day, not minding the consequence and every other thing that is associated with that policy they are making. And this has been one of our major problems. And when we realized this, we started advocating, organizing, and coming together to make sure that we have a voice that can stand for us. And today, we have professional heavy drivers and private owner association as a voice in that industry, though still pressuring for recognition both at different application companies, because they know that it is only when we come to the table that we can speak for ourselves. And because they don't want us to speak for ourselves, that is the nature of a core capitalist. They don't want the others to have a voice. Because when you have a voice, you are going to speak for yourself. And because of that, they've been resisting every opportunity to bring them to round table for the drivers to have a voice. And that is why I say I so much love the theme of the program. And at the level of professional heavy drivers and private owner association, we are saying thank you to Solidarity, and we are joining you in this program as we launch into the campaign that will bring the last driver on the street to the union, for the union to be able to have a voice to speak. Thank you very much.
Solidarity.
Forever.
We really thank you for this organizer of this program. As a female, we have been facing a lot of outside there, and we have been advocating that this thing that all this our Uber and the 35 they were doing for every driver outside there is not all go well. That is why we are here to just tell them that we are saying without nothing for us, nothing for them without us. Without them, they cannot stand. We can stand. If you cannot see any hard company, we can stand. Because we have been doing this business before Uber and 35 came to this nation. That is why we are telling all the drivers, we are telling them we are just standing there. We are standing here for them. That for the last driver on the street, we will not let them see any slavery, no more slavery for all the drivers outside there. Thank you very much.
Solidarity forever. I don't think this speaker is working. Maybe I should just.
Solidarity. First, I give thanks to Solidarity Center for this kind of opportunity give to us as National Union of Professional Airways Transport Workers. To have our voice in Nigeria and fight for our rights.
May I say this? I think the Uber and Bolt are global problems, not only Nigerians, all over the world. Many of us that conversant to the network and internet, we see the wonderful way of dealing with the driver globally. Starting from even the US they came from, which is the US they come from, that's California. In fact, they punish the driver in California more than any other country. If Uber can use $400 million to deny the driver in California of their rights, you can imagine what they can do to the poor country like Nigeria and other countries. So now, if you watch out what is going on in Uber, Africa, and in Nigeria, you will agree with me that these people cannot be fighting locally. You have to get allies from all over the world. Just like what they did in UK, just like what they did in Canada, just what they do in part of the world. Because Nigeria alone cannot turn down the Uber and Bolt. And I say it because of what they normally do. That's what they call PR. PR is a form of bribing. This PR is what they use to induce any government anywhere in the world to subdue the labor law and break their own labor law. And that's the same thing they do in EU, because that's what they call Pro 22 that they introduced in California, the same thing they introduced in Canada and the rest of the world. And that's what they want to introduce in EU now. But because of the judgment that came out in February in that the UK driver, the Uber driver are now workers. You know, they have the 3 categories of work in UK. Because I want to relate it with Nigeria so that my colleague will know the reason why we have to fight along the same direction, because at the end of the day, we achieve. If you look at the UK employment force, thank God UK is the one that colonized Nigeria. And the most of our law related somehow, if you look at the history and our labor law and what have you. They have 3 categories of work in UK. They have employee in UK, they have worker in UK, and they have independent contractor in UK. And when they have that judgment in UK, they did not say that they are employee of the Uber. They said they are workers. On that middle class, on that middle judgment, it's not that they are employee fully and they are not independent contractor. That workers judgment give them entitlement for social protections, for leave, for minimum wages, for all those stuff, holiday pays, all those stuff, which is paramount for us in Nigeria too. Although we may not go by the minimum wage in Nigeria, because people can claim that 30,000 naira is okay for everybody in Nigeria, when the Uber driver can, confidently make 100,000 naira in a week. But that's not how it works. Don't forget about the minimum wages. What of protections? What of social protection? What of leave pay? What of all those stuff? Now, you can see it that when you look at it in a reality, we need that kind of opportunity here in Nigeria. And that's the opportunity Solidarity Center gives to us now. That now, we have opportunity in the Court of Appeal. We are fighting the case from 2018. In fact, in that case, most of us that, preview to read that case, in fact, in that judgment, Uber and Bolt did not call us driver partners. At least my colleagues that lay hands on that case can testify to it. They did not call us driver partner. They wrote in their term and condition. They called us customer. They call us customer. There's a difference between customer and partners. So these are the things that we did not get it right in industrial court. And what even hit us badly in industrial court is that Uber came in 2014 and we approached industrial court in 2018. We don't know much about how they do their term and condition and all this and so, but now that we are got to appeal with them, we have enough of information to knock them down. It's very simple. Let the court tell us, are we really driver partner? If we are driver partner, what are the conditions that make you to be a driver partner? If we are a driver partner, I know everybody knows the meaning, the definition of a driver partner. They will spell it out in the court that okay, you call these people driver partner, SY said supposed to carry out by then, and then you call them other names. Why do you call them other names? What's your chance? Because in paper they wrote driver partner, but in reality, physical, practical, we are slaves to them. One, we don't have any sales on our income that we call price mechanism. They will just come from nowhere and reduce the price mechanism, and this one cause safety to our member. And the reason why it cause safety is this: Nigerian law says that you must work 8 hours. That is what the Nigerian law says, that you must work. Out of that 8 hours, you still want 1 hour for a break. But in our own industry, if you look at Uber that even put peg, both did not put peg. If you like, work for 100 hours, 24 hours, 100 hours, that's not considered. But Uber use the kind of bait or gauge to put it 12 hours. 12 hours is a gauge labor law. How can you say somebody should work 12 hours? Let me now tell you the reason why that price mechanism is the key for our industry is because if somebody is supposed to make like 20,000 naira a day, between 8 hours, that's 20,000 naira or 30,000 naira after you remove fuel or that you have that 30,000 naira in your pocket. You will deliver, whether you deliver to yourself or your HP or whatever. So now, out of that 20,000 you're supposed to make by 8 hours, but if you couldn't make that one, as at even 8 hours, you have 10,000 naira with you, and then you have a target. Because we have 3 categories of people. We have HP, higher percentage. We have people that hold their car, and then we have people that somebody buy car for them, they have to deliver. So now, when you look at it very well, in 8 hours, you cannot meet up to 10,000. Automatically, you work more. And when you work more, there's going to be a fatigue. And when there's a fatigue, there's going to be an accident. So automatically, the safety problem is embedded to our price mechanism. We want to come to tell us, do we have rights to set our price? Or if the company wants to set a price for us, are they going to set a price alone without us having an input? Number 2, when you look at some of these things that they introduce. Number two, when we are talking about commission cannot just neutrally. How do they get about commission? If I tell one of my colleagues here that let us measure how many kilometers we have from airport to Lekki. Okay, from that kilometer, how many fuel do we get from that place to meet up to Lekki? So when we look at that one, we can really put a amount of money that is feasible, that in reality on ground to the price. But somebody that is just a bedroom, just like what Maiwega said, he just tell you collect 1,500 from Lekki. In fact, when our father was doing that work, they collect 30,000-40,000 from Lekki to that place. We are not even saying that. Let's be realistic here. How many kilometers from airport to Lekki? How much is supposed to take when you remove your whole salary, you remove your wear and tear of your car, and you remove the strength of the road or whatever. So these are the things we want to ask God to tell us. So you cannot just invariably fill your commission and you call us drama back